Well, with spring finally being here, it was time to get my first plant in the ground. So I decided on this gorgeous Yucca Gloriosa here, picked up from Star Nursery in St. George, Utah. This is a very beautiful yucca, indigenous to the southeastern United States, including Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, and South Carolina. They're usually found in sand sheets and sand dunes, very dry environments for the southeastern United States. And surprisingly, its drought tolerance is about on par with our southwestern yuccas here in the desert. They're also capable of taking a good amount of cold in zone 7. They're commonly thought to be hardy to zone 7A. I've heard a few people growing it in zone 6B, but they're reliably hardy down to about 0 degrees, possibly minus 5 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about minus 17.7 degrees Celsius for all you non-Americans out there. So it can be grown throughout much of the United States. One of my favorite things about this species is how large it gets. This guy can grow, about 15-foot trunks, and they're very skinny and tall, very similar to like a Yucca elephantippes or Yucca aloifolia. Just a beautiful species. And there are about 17 varieties of Yucca Gloriosa. I'm not sure which variety I have here, but this West Coast variety looks almost identical to the tropical Yucca elephantippes. I mean, if someone told me that this was a young elephantippes, I would 100% believe them. But like I said, this variety is only really common on the West Coast. It's the only variety you'll see in the Southwest, throughout Utah, Arizona, Nevada, New Mexico, California. I mean, I personally really like the West Coast variety a lot more. Seems like the East Coast variety stays a lot smaller, more compact, with darker leaves, and a lot thicker leaves in general. It also doesn't branch quite as much from the base. It branches a lot from the top of the plant, towards the growing point. So you get a lot of jumbled growing points that look a little bit messy, but I personally still really like them. If you are growing this in the desert like me, just know that Yucca Gloriosa needs to be in part shade. This is a little bit more of a sunlight sensitive yucca, which is kind of odd to say because they all love the burning hot sun. But just put this guy in a little bit of shade, give it a little bit more water than your average yucca, and it should do fantastic. Well, that's going to be about it today, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. Have a good day. Adios.